Hello everyone, welcome back. We are continuing with Sefer Chafetz Chaim Ilchot Isurei Lashon Harah, Klal 1, and we are doing section 3. Now all that we have talked about till now, the prohibition mentioned above and additional prohibitions that one incurs when one speaks negatively about a fellow Jew, applies if one, happened to speak Lashon Harah by chance. It's not a regular occurrence. He happened to speak by chance. He didn't catch himself. Now, if one, has v'shalom, commits the sin regularly, as in the manner of gossipers, in the manner of people who are sitting around together making disparaging remarks, such as, for example, Reuven, is a good for nothing. Just the other day he did so and so. Don't think that Leah is so special. She comes from a family that, Do you know what I just heard about Shimon? All these type of comments that people regularly make, they are termed by Chazal Baalei Lashon Harah. People of Lashon Harah, right? Baal is a master, right? A master of Lashon Harah. They are so attuned and so regular to this practice of speaking Lashon Harah that it shows their contempt for Hashem's command of speaking Lashon Harah. Now, all the examples that we mentioned, right? The examples of a person speaking, it shows that these are examples that show that a person does not pay any attention to the Lashon Harah prohibition, and it shows how contemptuous he is in regards to this command of Hashem. And as we learned in the Arurin, in the curses that the Chafetz Chaim listed, it is as if a person in this case is considered a mumar ledavar echad, a renegade, a heretic, a rebel in regards to a single matter. And a person receives a very serious curse because he's so contemptuous in regards to the sin. And the sin of Lashon Harah, Baalei Lashon Harah, people who regularly speak Lashon Harah, is so severe, so much more severe than regular speakers of Lashon Harah, that they lose their chelek leolam haba, their portion in the world to come. And obviously, if one does tshuva, one can re-get this, to get this piece of Lashon, to get this chelek leolam haba back. But if one chas v'shalom does not do tshuva, and the amount of negative words accumulates, and as we learned previously that tzarat, the punishment that one incurs for Lashon Harah, nowadays does not apply when the temple does not stand, and instead it gives tzarat for his soul. So when one accumulates this amount, these negative words, and it affects and tarnishes his soul, when he goes up to the world to come without doing tshuva, the tuma, the tarnishment of his soul will be so severe that he will not be let in to the world to come. And this is how severe and how important it is to be very careful in this regard, not to speak regularly and not to associate with people who speak regularly Lashon Harah. And this is especially the case now with with the invention of the telephone. We have the opportunity to speak Lashon from the very comfort of our home. We can usually back then, when you wanted to speak Lashon Harah, you had to go somewhere, you had to go and speak with people. Now, from the comfort of your home, you can call and speak Lashon Harah with anyone you want. And we have to be especially careful in this regard. And that is the end of today's portion. Thank you for listening.